Hey guys, what's up? It's Lainey and I have so much to catch you guys up on. A lot has been going on in the break I took for the holidays. First things first, I hope you guys had a wonderful New Year's. I'm doing really good. Work's been busy, but I started a new workout program and I'm really enjoying that. But the biggest shift I feel like came with writing. And if you follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, you are definitely already aware of this, but I have a new agent. How did this all happen? If you do follow me on Instagram and Twitter, you would have seen that I announced at the end of December that I am now represented by Laura Crockett at Triada US, which is the agency that I was with when I first got agented. Towards the beginning of December, everybody that was repped by my first agent, we all got an email from her that said that she was leaving to pursue her career in law, and she was currently in law school. Yeah, I mean, it sucked. I really liked my first agent. We got along really, really well. She had great editorial vision for the Supreme Court. I believe I wouldn't have elevated my writing without her for sure. She helped me really develop Hardly Gods, a book that I'm currently drafting. So I was really sad. But I was told that Laura Crockett, who's also another agent who's amazing within the agency of Triada, wanted to take me on. So I had always thought of something like this. A lot of people experience their first agents leaving agenting or not meshing well with their agent and parting ways and stuff. And to be honest, I never thought that was going to be me. Okay, sorry, I had to change locations because the TV that's on in the courtyard was, again, what was I talking about? Oh, I never thought that was gonna be me ever leaving my first agent. But as you guys know, Elle, who was my first agent, she was new. She was a newer agent, which is something that I considered when I had my offers of representation, because I had two. I really believed in Elle and I wanted to grow as a writer myself while she grew as an agent. I had considered the fact, I'm like, what if she quits or something happens and she's not able to agent any longer? You hear sometimes about other agencies absorbing the clients. Sometimes that doesn't happen and those people are let go and they're agentless and they have to query again. I'm like, would I want to be inherited by another agent at the agency if my agent left? And it was something I considered a lot when I was first, debating whether I wanted to sign with Elle or not. And for me, it came down to, if the agent that absorbed me wasn't all that pumped to work with me, I would have left, because your agent is your biggest champion. They want to sell your book, and if the agent and you don't really get along, or you guys don't really mesh well, or they didn't really want to take you on, then that is a dark cloud over my head that I don't want to deal with. Elle told me that her colleague, Laura Crockett, wanted to take me on, and I'm telling you guys, it was a very stressful couple of hours. And I have to shout out my friend Eunice, who is also repped by Elle, who is also being taken on by Laura. She was my rock. It's great that we're still able to continue to be agent siblings together. Later that day when I connected with Laura, she says that, Elle might have left the impression that I was considering your work, but I'm telling you, I'm offering. So suddenly I was feeling, it was the emotions, it was the whiplash, it was the roller coaster of a day of realizing that I was going to be agentless, but also maybe this other agent wants to take me on, and then the agent confirming, no, I want to take you on for sure, no questions about it. We set up a call because of course we wanted to talk to each other to make sure we meshed well together, and it was seriously agony to wait, because of course I wanted to get on the phone right away, and then I also wanted to get on the phone with her right away the next day. However, I had to go to Iowa City for a work thing that whole day, so I'm like, I don't know when I'd be able to have time to talk to an agent for I don't know how long. So I said, okay, let's just do it Friday. So we got together on Friday and we talked, and I'm not really a chatter. I don't know if you get that impression from me. I don't talk forever, especially, verbally. So I was so surprised that we were on the phone for like almost 2 hours. We connected really well. She's so excited about the Supreme Court. And I was pretty honest and blunt with a lot of not really blunt because that seems harsh, but I was just really direct with a lot of my questions. Like, do you think that the Supreme Court still has a leg in submission? She says that we're not even in the halfway point. Because hello, hi, I've been on sub for 9 months. That felt really good. She also, I guess I can say this, Yeah, who cares? She saw a lot of crossover appeal with the Serpent Court, so she's actually going to be subbing to both YA and adult editors. So that's something new. So who knows, maybe the Serpent Court will be an adult book. So all of this to say, I accepted her offer by the end of the call. So yes, I am now repped by Laura Crockett, and I'm so excited. It's actually really funny, because when I was first querying the Serpent Court, when it was a different title, right before, you know, I hit rock bottom on my depression, I actually queried her. And she had requested materials, but then she ultimately rejected me. It was just funny because, like, I did query her, but then after I revised and I was ready to query again, I was like, well, I can't query her anymore. And then that's when Alexa was like, well, query Elle because she's new. So funny how all of that stuff kind of works out, you know? Anyway, so fast forward to now. A couple days ago, I got notes from Laura about the Serpent Court. She wants to change, I don't want to say change, she wants to add to the beginning, because she thinks this will help with editors sinking into, and the readers, sinking into Valentina's voice and her kind of deal and everything better than what it is right now. So, after 9 months of not looking at this book, I'm about to head into revision again and pretty much rearrange, rewrite the beginning. But I'm so excited. I think I've said this before, I take critique really well, because ultimately it's the person, a trusted person, just wants to make the book better. So I had no qualms, or I wasn't nervous or anything about Laura's notes, because I knew she just wants this book to be the best it can be, and so do I. So if that means rewriting the beginning, I will do that. So I'm pretty much, I would say the first 5 chapters are getting kind of an overhaul. She laid out how she thinks the beat should be, and I completely agree with that. So I cannot wait to get back in and kind of rewrite this beginning. So that is what I'm going to be doing this weekend. It's a 3-day weekend. MLK Day is on Monday, so I don't have to work either. I'm going to try to write and finish it by Monday, but I do want to get a couple eyes on it. So I'm probably going to ask someone who hasn't read it at all. And then Kevin, from Kevin the Writer, has already offered to read the beginning for me again, because he's read the beginning a few times of the different iterations of it. So I definitely want to know what his thoughts are of the new beginning. So that is it. I'm feeling very optimistic. I'm very excited. I can't wait to see what Laura and I can do together. So yeah, I definitely felt like I had to give an update about that and join the ranks of people who have parted ways with their first agent. But again, I didn't part ways, and you know, Elle didn't fire me or anything like that. Elle left agenting to become a lawyer. So that's awesome and great, and clearly I wish her the best of luck. But I was feeling internally grateful. I didn't need no Christmas present. Having Laura want to work with me just like made everything better for the rest of that season, because I told you guys in like one of my last vlogs that I've just been like down. So this was a good, you know, serotonin boost. I would start right now, but it's my mom's birthday. So I have to do that, but I'm bringing my laptop to my parents' house. I don't know how much writing I will actually get done, but I want to kind of come up with a game plan, reread those first 5 chapters and kind of identify what she was saying, and that will give me a better idea of how I'm going to tackle the revision. Stay tuned. So it is Sunday, I think noon? Yeah, noon exactly. And I'm finally starting to sit down and start rewriting. As expected yesterday, I wasn't able to start because of, like I said before, my mom's birthday. So today, tomorrow, my goal for today is to revise and rewrite chapters 1 and 2. Tomorrow is going to be chapter 3 and 4, and these are like light goals. So I would like to have all 5 chapters done by tomorrow night, but I'm just, you know, easing in, giving myself low goal counts for each of these days so I don't feel disappointed if I don't do everything that I want by the end of the night. I plan to do nothing today. I've done everything that I needed to this morning, got everything out of the way, and now I can just fully devote my time to writing. But if you're someone who enjoys my cooking B-roll, you'll be happy to know that I got both an air fryer and an Instapot for Christmas, and I'm going to be making something new in the Instapot tonight, so you have that to look forward to. calling it a night. This is a lot harder than I expected. I actually just finished chapter 1 and it is 10:44 and I'm really tired and I want to go to bed and think on everything I just wrote. It's harder. I feel like I'm doing surgery on the manuscript. I definitely need to go over this chapter 1 again because from her notes she wanted chapter 1 to be around 10 to 15 pages. And right now I'm at, I think it was either 8 or 9. However, I'm taking out this huge chunk of the separate scene that happens in chapter 1 and I'm inserting that scene into chapter 3 now. So I'm hoping she's thinking that scene was still going to be in that chapter and that's why it's not as long as I would have hoped. And then chapter 3 is going to be all new, a whole new chapter, and that's where I'm going to put this one scene adjusted into chapter 3 because I think it works better in chapter 3 now. As long as I'm consistently working, even if it's a little bit slower, I'm slowly chipping away and I will finish this soon. Side note, sorry I didn't show any cooking. I forgot how stressed I am when when I cook, that I was just too stressed out with all the different things that was going on to film anything. But I made chicken parm pasta and it was so good. It's 11 p.m. and I just finished chapter 2 and I would have to say that chapter 2 came to me a lot easier than chapter 1 did. But I think now that I've done this one, I'm like, maybe it's just because it's chapter 1 and chapter 1 are always hard. First chapters suck. So like rewriting it kind of threw me off a little bit, but now I feel a little bit better, especially because I really like chapter 2 because as a Libra, we love gossip, and that's basically all this chapter was. Tomorrow, I'm going to be writing chapter 3, and I say writing because it's a brand new chapter. And I think I'm going to be able to pull lines that I've deleted already and inserted them into this chapter, as well as put her first confession scene, I guess that's not really a spoiler, in chapter 3 instead of chapter 1. Feels so much better tonight than I did last night. Hey guys. So, couple things. One, I forgot that I was filming a writing vlog. 2, I was just downstairs at the bar because my aunt and uncle were down there and I'm just like, I'm a little tipsy right now. I've had a few glasses of wine and I'm just kind of like, should I start writing right now? I want you to drink some water and you sober up a little bit. But I wanted to give you guys a quick update on my writing update. So I've actually finished chapter 3, which is the brand new chapter. Right now, I took yesterday off. I was watching true crime documentaries last night and it just kind of got away from me. What did I watch last night? I love learning about cults. I was watching the HBO documentary on the Remnant Fellowship, which is the Gwen Shamblin Church. Highly recommend that documentary. That's on HBO Max. Very fascinating. It's all around losing weight for God, which I found really interesting. Last night was the first night I hadn't worked. I had worked consecutively Monday through Thursday. So I do know I need to write today. I'm feeling good about it. It's literally knowing that I worked on it. I chipped away at it a little bit every day this week, and now I'm feeling pretty confident about it, but I just need to go back and refine it a little bit. I do think I'll finish the revision by tomorrow. However, I still want to get an opinion on it before I send it to Laura. The plan is to finish it soon. You guys, I've been so good about eating healthy, and I don't want to say it's a diet because it's not. I'm just eating better, but I'm so craving Domino's pizza right now. Thin crust, pepperoni pizza. That's all I want right now. Close to 5 o'clock, so I'm almost off of work and I have big plans tonight. Tonight, I plan to go through my revisions again because I don't think I updated you guys. Last night, I finished the revisions for the opening chapters. So what does that mean? Tonight, I am going back through and reading it again to make sure it all sounds right. And also, I do need to go back and make a couple adjustments to the first chapter. specifically my first line. And I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I gotta change the first line, which hasn't changed since the first draft. So I'm mourning the sadness of my first opening line, because it doesn't fit anymore with like the vibe that I'm setting up in the mystery and stuff like that. Tomorrow, I plan to send it out to some people who said they offered to read for me on Twitter. No, not on Twitter, on Instagram. I meant to get only 1 to 2 readers, but I ended up 5 people asked, so I said yes. Turnaround time is gonna be kind of quick, because I'm only getting about 40 to 50 pages new here for the opening chapters, which is another interesting thing that I did take note of. I went back to the version right before this version, and the first 4 chapters make up 22 pages of the total manuscript. Now, right now, where I'm sitting at, before I do my little tweaks and my adding additions to the first chapter, I'm sitting at 35 pages. So that's like a 13-page difference if I'm doing my math correctly. It's like a significant amount of words I added, and I guess I wasn't really expecting that until after I did the math. Can't wait to get off work, can't wait to dive in and read it all over again and pick up on the things. And it's also interesting because when I send off these first 4, is it 4? I don't know if it's exactly 4 or 5 chapters that I'm sending off to people. I do plan to continue reading for like at least another 100 pages, just to make sure that what I've just established still blends in correctly with the rest of the beginning. We had a slight detour tonight. It's only 6:30, so it's only been like an hour and a half since I got off work. But if I'm a little rosy, it's because I had to go over to my parents' house and shovel because they're both sick. So now I'm back and now I'm hungry. So I'm making some chicken tenders and some fries and air fryer for Christmas. So I've been like trying out different recipes on it and stuff, and I had made chicken nuggets before and they were so great. Like I made them, like I made the breading for it and everything too, and it was like a really healthy version of it, and I was kind of hesitant because I'm like, I don't know if all these ingredients are gonna make it turn out good, but it ended up turning out really good, and it turned out even better than the, you know, restaurant we shall not name. I don't want to spend the time like making the breading right now, so I'm going to bread it with everything bagel seasoning. I just learned about this recently. Someone said you can do chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, and bread it with everything bagel seasoning. So I did it over the weekend and it was really good. So that's what I'm gonna do tonight. A really simple recipe. All you do is like spray your chicken tenders with olive oil, extra virgin olive oil spray is what I use, and then I coat it with everything bagel seasoning. Put it in the air fryer. A few days later, I'm not gonna lie, it is Friday, and today I actually took off of work. So I took off of work with the intention of spending all day writing. I got back my notes from my readers who read the first beginning chapters again. There we go. Getting really excited to go back in there and start revising it again. I got my little breakfast. It's a little late for breakfast, but I got some egg on toast. So I am taking a little break for some lunch. It is like 1 p.m. I have soup that I've made. Chicken pot pie soup. I've made better soup, but it's good. It's good. So heat it up and then back to writing. I'm currently 5 pages in. So I did add some new things, a lot more religious type of details, just to like, you know, get you more into the Catholic mood of the book. Okay, so it is just about 6:30 and I'm just now going to be calling it a night. I finished revising the 4 chapters off of the beta readers who read the book for me, or, you know, read the beginning chapters, and I thought, I'm not eating, I'm not doing anything until I finish these 4 chapters. So the rest of the weekend I can focus on kind of going through the manuscript again and just making sure that this is everything that it needs to be based off of kind of like this new beginning. I'm actually really proud of the revisions that I've done on this book, and I'm excited to read more of it because I haven't read it in 8 months. So I think today I'm just gonna kind of take the rest of the night to be kind of chill and everything. I think I'm going to watch Black Panther, which is the next Marvel movie that's on my list that I'm watching in chronological order, and yeah, have some dinner. So I currently have laundry going. I did some cleaning this morning, and now I'm finally sitting down to do some writing. I'm in my favorite spot, in my favorite chair, and basically what I'm doing right now is I'm rereading the edit letter that my agent sent me to make sure that I'm hitting everything that she wanted me to, and then I'm going to continue on with reading beyond chapter 4. I do think tomorrow I really want to go to a coffee shop and write, because I haven't in months since the last time I went, and I ended up getting sick. But I don't know, I'm really feeling it tomorrow. I might go to my favorite one because they serve breakfast, so I might get like a little breakfast burrito and do some writing for as long as I can. I do think I need like a change of space. But I mean, look at my view. It's a good view. I'm really enjoying writing right now. Very cozy. Hello. I am very exhausted. It's Sunday night. I'm just about to make some food. I have been working today, but I just woke up from a nap because I woke up at 7 this morning, and I ended up going to my favorite local coffee house, and I worked there, had some breakfast. I worked there for about like 4 or 5 hours, and then I left and went to the grocery store because I had to pick up some things for the week. And then I came back and I said, I'm just gonna lay down for a little bit because I'm kind of tired, and I'll be ready to go for the rest of the day because I am, where am I? I'm like on page 230 out of 398. I still think that's doable for tonight. My goal is to finish those pages tonight. Also because mostly I'm just like reading. Aside from this one scene today when I was there at the coffee house where I ended up kind of changing the dialogue between Valentina and one of her love interests in one of the scenes that I ended up really, really liking, but it just took me a little bit longer to like get through that scene. But I'm vastly going through these chapters fairly quickly. I'm just mostly reading to make sure I like the way that it sounds and everything like that. We started the vlog on the ground. We'll end the vlog on the ground. I wanted to wrap up the vlog. I feel like this whole vlog's been extremely all over the place, so I'm sorry about that. Just, you know, a lot happened in the past couple months, you know. Last night I turned in my edits to my agent, and it took a while to get there, I'm not gonna lie. There was a point yesterday where I was like, I hate this entire book. I hate it all. How did she get through this? Because it's really bad. And I had to step away from the whole book pretty much all afternoon, and I didn't pick it up again until the night. And I finished the rest of the edits because I had about 100 pages left to read and edit. But by the end of the night, I felt really good about it again. I really love it again. And I sent it off to her, and she's, you know, reading it now, and she's gonna get back to me soon. Now, of course, the new anxiety is she gonna hate the changes that I made? But overall, though, I'm really happy and proud of what I did, and I hope that it, you know, ticked off all the boxes for her to put it back out on submission. In the meantime, I'm going to be going back to drafting Hardly Gods and start brainstorming for another court fantasy because I feel like that's my jam. Back into the writing grind it goes. I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Bye!